Everybody take your hands and put them together just like this, please. Take your first 2 fingers and put them up so they're touching. Now I'm going to count to 3, and when I get to the number 3, I'm going to ask all of you to take your fingertips and pull them about that far apart so there's a little space between them, so they're like 2 little goalposts, and to stare into the space between your fingers and lend me your imagination. And I think you'll be surprised to see what happens on 3. 1, 2, and 3. Pull them apart, look between your fingers, and imagine I'm standing in front of you, pushing them together. Now watch them start to move. 1 going closer and closer. 2 like a magnet. 3 they move inward. 4 even closer. 5 watch them go closer and closer. As I count 1 they move inward. 2 there they go, and 3. Wow. Okay, now how many of you had your fingers come together and touch by a show of hands? Okay, for those of you whose fingers came together and touched, give yourselves a hand for a great attention span. You guys are the kind of people that I would probably do very well if I were going to do a hypnosis show. You're the ones I would be looking for right now. So give yourselves a hand. All right. Nice. How many of you had your fingers start to move and then stop moving, or completely didn't move at all? Okay, you guys are working way too hard. Give yourselves a hand for diligence. Did anybody here have your fingers go in the opposite direction? There we go. This is something that we call cross-programming. It's a neurological term. It means that you're the kind of person, when people tell you to make a right, you make a left. Give yourself a hand for finding this place. So this is Woody. I'm assured that you guys are all animal lovers, am I right? Okay. Woody is more than my pet. He is my buddy. He's my best friend. He is my baby. And I bring Woody with me pretty much everywhere I go because it's really fun to do that. Last week, I had to do a show in San Diego for a group of energy executives, and I brought Woody with me. I thought it would be great to spend a little extra time on the beach, get a little summer sun, and enjoy ourselves. So we decided to make the trip. Now, I've got to tell you, traveling for a living as I do can be interesting. Traveling with a dog can be even more interesting. In this particular case, although Woody is a service dog and he goes with me everywhere and he gets to sit in the cabin, he's an awesome traveler. Last week, things got really interesting. Three-leg journey. We had to go from Burlington to San Diego. So Burlington to D.C., no problem. We did great. He even got his own seat. Aw. Second leg of the journey was delayed, making himself comfortable. Second leg of the journey was delayed by 3 hours because, get this, they couldn't find the first officer. 3-hour delay, they can't find the first officer. Finally, they either find him or they train a new one. They certainly had enough time. And we are in Dallas 4 hours later. We run outside. Woody does his business. We turn around to come back in. Security gate is locked for the night. Yeah. So now we've got to run down to another gate, get through security, run back just in time to load up and sit on the plane for 2 hours on the tarmac. I guess they probably lost the first officer again. Finally, they bring us back. We have an hour back at the gate, then an hour back on the plane, then an hour back to the gate, and they cancel the flight. People are going ballistic. Really, really bad. I'm sitting there trying to decide how am I going to get us to San Diego the next day in time for my talk, and how am I going to get Woody outside before he explodes without getting locked out of the airport. I guess I wasn't doing it fast enough, because all of a sudden Woody lets loose. Just pees right all over the floor. And now he is looking mortified. This is not his style, right? He couldn't help himself. But I was torn between comforting him and cleaning it up, finding crime scene tape, whatever I could do. All of a sudden, this woman comes running over in a uniform. She's like, "Is that your dog?" I'm like, "Well, yeah." She says, "He just peed all over the floor." I'm aware. He can't do that. I think he already did. And quite frankly, I don't think he could help it. He was on the plane for 7 hours total. That doesn't matter. He can't do that. What occurred to me, what happened for me in the midst of all this crisis, when everybody around me was losing their you-know-what, I realized something profound. I was happy. I was happy. Woody was with me, and all the inner work that I'd done over the years had actually paid off because I really believed that everything works out, ultimately, right? And I was okay. Everything was going to be okay. And what really occurred to me is that we get to choose how we respond to situations. We really do. It's up to us. So I want to live in a world where people choose their responses rather than going ballistic over a urinating dog.